I'm a little late today actually. It's 10:24 in the middle of the night. I'm in India, so it's 10:24 now. So yeah, that is that. And as I was speaking yesterday in my live, I was speaking about the data. Without any context, data could be interpreted differently by different people. So yeah, this thought kept on rising in my mind today in the office. So when I saw the number 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, I thought that was a set of even numbers. But when I studied and when I came to know the context that it is multiples of 2, it's 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 3 is 6, and so on. So it's slightly different. It's even number. Yeah, it's even number, and everything multiplied by 2 is going to be a even number. I think so. I might be wrong, but if it is multiple by 2, that means that it starts from 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So without a context, a data gives you like your understanding of the data will differ from person to person. That's why there is a need of context in each and every data to make the data more meaningful and more understanding. So today I'm going to study types of data in finance and costing. So as a student who is studying a professional degree, so this is a very much big thing for me. So yeah, let's see how long I'm going to take and how short the video is going to be. So data plays a very important role in the study of finance and cost accounting. Yeah, okay. So what is finance and what is cost accounting? So accounts means entry of each and every transaction when that happens. So that is called, it is like a data entry. It is just entry of data of financial transactions which involves money. ஸோ காசு வந்து வருது, லைக் ஒரு கம்பெனிக்கு வந்து வரவும் இருக்குது செலவும் இருக்குது. த மூமெண்ட் ஆஃப் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் ஒன் அக்கௌண்ட் டு அனதர், மூமெண்ட் ஆஃப் cash from one account to another can be termed as accounting for basics. காசு வந்து ஒரு இடத்துலேருந்து இன்னொரு இடத்துக்கு போகுதுன்னா அதை என்டர் பண்ணுறோம். இஃப் யூ ஆர் என்டரிங் அ டீட்டெயில் தட் money is moving from one account to another, that is called accounting. So what is cost accounting and what is financial accounting? So the cost part of the accounting deals with buying something, managing a asset, managing the liability, and internally managing the company's finance. So finance na enna, what is finance? Finance means let's say, oh shit, what is finance? How do I explain it to a 5-year-old or 8-year-old? So hold on. Yes, live chat la mathiten, so that if anyone comments, no one's going to do it, but if anyone's going to comment, I could see it. So finance means management of your transactions and management. Hold on. Yeah, so what is finance and what is cost? So cost by its word itself can be explained as expenses. So what is finance? Management of all the expenses and income in a frame set of time period. So in a year, if you have an asset which can be liquidated or turned into cash within a year, you call it current assets. If there is like payables, like debtors, debtors or your assets, and creditors, current creditors, like which can be paid within a year, that is called current liability. So the management of these funds and everything which comes under finance and cost accounting. What is cost center? So what is a cost center? So cost occurs in each and every different part of the organization. The organization is so huge and big, so that the cost centers differ from one to another. So let's say, let's take an example. So there is a sulfur producing industry, and there is a process called sulfonation. Okay, sulfonation is a process. So in that process there might be different cost centers, like there will be something very special about the sulfonation process. One might be normal, and one might be about a detergent. So sulfonation can be used in detergents like surfactants and things and so on. So there are three cost center in this. So if there is an expense and it need to be accounted, you would be thinking, in which account should I post this expense? So who had this expense, and why was there an expense in this cost center? What is the narration? When did this happen? And what was the total expense the organization incurred in this cost center? So yeah, that is it. So yeah, I'm going a lot in details which might not be needed, but just to put it out. For the inception of the study of finance, accounting and cost accounting, data always plays a major role, important role. Yeah, data plays an important role in the role. Yeah, what is the role here? Why is there is a need of data? Why is there? Let's see how it goes. In the form of financial statements, financial accounting, financial statements. So what are financial statements? So P&L account, balance sheet can be a financial statement. Yes. Is a trial balance a financial statement? No, but cash flow is a financial statement. Fund flow is a financial statement. Fund flow statement and cash flow are financial statements. Yeah. So they asked me in the interview, what are the financial statements? I was like, yeah, what are the financial statements, man? I forgot it. I was thinking for a second. I came balance sheet, P&L account, and trial balance. They asked, is trial balance a financial statement? I was like, yeah, it's the financial statement, right? You first make a trial balance. After that, you make a P&L account, and you create a balance sheet. And I was thinking, yeah, trial balance comes. And I was thinking, it is just a balancing of income and expenditure. It's not a financial statement. So it's just for tallying. So it's not a financial statement. Cost statements. So what is a cost statement? The total expenses incurred in a job or a particular process is called cost statements, etc. The finance and accounting professionals played a significant role in helping the management to make prudent decisions. So prudent or important decisions. So yeah, the kinds of data used in finance and costing may be quantitative as well as qualitative. So what is quantitative finance? Quantitative financial data. By the term quantitative data, we mean the data expressed in numbers. Numbers. So quant means numbers. Quantitative data availability in finance is significant. The stock price data, financial statements, etc. are the example of quantitative data. So quant finance means you are playing with stock price data, historical volatility, and financial statements such as P&L, consolidated P&L, balance sheet, what was their cash flow, their fund positions, and their business models, and so on. Yeah. Qualitative. What is qualitative financial data? However, some data in financial studies may appear in qualitative format: text, video, audio. Qualitative or text, video, and audios. Okay, that was interesting. These type of data may be very useful for financial analysis. So this helps in visualizing and understanding of data given in text. So yeah. So now quantitative means numbers and qualitative means text, videos, and audios. Yeah, that explains a lot. So visualizing means qualitative, and what is quantitative? It's just number. These type of data may be very useful for financial analysis. Yes. For example, the management discussion and analysis presented as part of annual report of a company is mostly presented in the form of text. This information is useful for getting an insight into the performance of the business. Similarly, key executives often appear for interview in business channels. These interactions are often gold mines for data and information. Yeah, so it's like visualizing the data given in the annual general meeting. So there might be just so yeah. Let me give an example for qualitative and quantitative mixed in one. Berkshire Hathaway annual general meeting in which the old guy Charlie Munger, who's not with us anymore, and my man was none other than owner of Berkshire Hathaway. You know who is? Is it Bill Gates? Come on, it's Buffett, man, Warren Buffett. So yeah, I love that guy, man. He's like the guy you should be following. The type of data. So there is another way of classifying the type of data. So qualitative and quantitative. Quantitative numbers, qualitative text, photos, visuals, and videos. Types of data. There is another way of classifying the type of data. The data may be classified also as nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio. So I only know nominal and ratios, and I'm sorry. Each gives a distinct set of traits that influence the sort of analysis that may be conducted. What did I even read right now? Each gives, okay, these four gives a distinct set of traits, okay, that influence the sort of analysis. Okay, can understand that. That may be conducted. The differentiation between the four scale types is based on three basic characters. Whether the sequence of answer matters or not. Is the sequence invoice wise or item wise? They Whether the gap between observation is significant or interpretable. If there is a missing invoice number, is the deleted one or something fishy is going on there? And the existence of presence of genuine zero. What is genuine zero? What is there with the genuinity in the zero? I don't know. We will briefly discuss the following four types. So nominal scale is being used for categorizing data. Under this scale, observations are classified based on certain characters. The category labels may contain numbers but have no numerical value. What? 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 So there might be numbers, but it has no numerical value. So it's like A B C SO4 A B A O 02505. It's just for labeling, so it doesn't matter. Examples could be classifying equities into small cap, mid cap, large cap categories, or classifying funds as equity funds, debt funds, as funds. But okay, you can understand now. So that means that even though it may contain numbers, no numerical values present. So it's like small cap is the smallest of capital, large cap has fewest capital. But what is the numerical value of large and small? What differentiate large capital to small capital? No one knows. Ordinary scale. Ordinal scale is being used for classifying it in order, ordinal order. Ordinal order. So what is the color of? I'm sorry for the dogs. Dogs barking. They are dogs and they can bark. They don't know how to speak. Yeah. And they are man's best friend. Yeah. It's my fight sometimes. Like, arun used to they bite us. Ordinal scale is being used for classifying and put in order. The numbers just indicate an order. They do not specify how much better versus stock specific price compared to one with a lower price. For example, the top 10 stocks by PE ratio. Price to earning ratio is called as PE ratio. So, what is the price? What is the total earnings? How do you find PV ratio? PV price volume ratio. PE price earning ratio. The price you pay, the value you get. Interval scale. Interval scale is used for categorizing and ranking using an equal interval scale. Equal intervals separate neighboring scale values. As a result of scale, arbitrary 0 points ratio can't be calculated. For example, temperature scales, the temperature of 40 degree is 5 degrees higher than that of 35 years. The issue is that the temperature of 0 degrees Celsius does not indicate the absence of temperature. Temperature of 20 degrees is thus not always twice as hot as a temperature of 10 degrees. Yeah, it's not twice as hot. It is just hotter than 10, hotter than 15, hotter than 19, but not twice hot. Okay, it is just for measurement and uh, okay. Ordinal scale is fair actually. So the price of stock may differ from one to another. So let's take a stock of ITC which is now trading around 427 to 28, and IDSC which is now trading around 110. The thing is that they are both different, but how can you make a relationship between them? So take the PV ratio, PE ratio, PV ratio, any ratios, and make a comparison with them. Not the size, just the valuation. Is it overvaluated? Is it low valuated or undervaluated? Yeah. Ratio scale. The ratio scale possesses all characteristics of nominal, ordinal, interval scales. The acquired data cannot only be classified and rated on ratio scale but also have equal intervals. A ratio scale as a true zero, meaning that zero has a significant value The genuine zero value on a ratio scale allows for the magnitude to be described. For example, length. Excuse me. I had a great morning. I went to office. I loved what I did. I came back home. I was only irritated at that part. I came by bus and it was tiring me out. And after I came to my home, I had a cup of coffee, and I went to my friend's house where I started, you know, seeing some movies, seeing some videos, and after that I went to gym. I did my lats today. So today I did my abdominal crunches as I'm trying to burn my belly fat. And I did my lats today after a long period of time. It was pleasant and it was good. So what is the data here? This is a data, a part of a person's life. So what did and how did that day went? What gave you after knowing this? An understanding and a context. If I just tell you that today was a good day, it doesn't mean anything. But if I give it with the context of what happened to make it good, that is data. Knowledge. A set of knowledge is wealth. Knowledge is wealth. Information is wealth. Knowledge is a set of collective information. Ratio scale, the ratio scale. Hold on a second. Some mosquitoes are trying to bite me or biting me. I don't know where they are. Oh man. This is damn great. For data analysis, ratio scale may be utilized to measure scale, pricing, market share, client count, digitalization of data information. In plain terms, digitalization implies the process of converting the data and information from analog to digital format. So, if something is written in physical format, we're just converting into soft copy. The data in the original form may be stored in as an object, a document, or an image. The objective of digitalization is to create a digital surrogate of data and information in the form of binary numbers that facilitates processing using computers. So binary numbers are zeros and ones. That is something you need to remember. Zeros and ones make ASCII code. You can make ASCII code using zeros and ones. No. Yes, American something ASCII codes are like A starts capital A, B, capital B, and so on. Like that's like it starts from 1 and ends at 10, and it goes on small a, capital A, and goes on. Yeah, the weather is good right now. It's little breezy, little cold air hitting on your face, and it's relaxing. They are primary two basic objective of digitalization. First is to provide a widespread access of data and information to have a very large. I'm sorry, again. Oh, shit. Widespread access of data and information to a very large group of users simultaneously. Secondly, digitalization helps in preservation of data for a longer period. One of the largest digitalization project takes up in India in UID, unique identification number or other. Okay. So before digitalization, access for data and information was not so good, but now it is. Why we digitalize? There are many arguments that favors digitalization of records. Some of them are mentioned below. Improve classification and index of for documents. This helps in retrieval of the records. Okay. Digitalized records may be accessed by more than one person simultaneously. Yeah, it's true. It becomes easier to reuse the data, which are difficult to reuse in present format. A very large map, data recorded in microfilms and etc. helps in work processing, higher integration with business information systems, easier to keep backup files and retrieving during any unexpected disasters, can be accessed for multiple locations throughout networked systems, increase scope from rise in organizational productivity, requires less physical storage space. Yes. How do we digitalize? So your data has some weight, and if you need to know what does and how much does it weigh, I will give you a simple calculation of how much does a data weight in the next video. How do we digitalize? Large institutions take up digitalization projects with meticulous planning and execution. The entire process of digitalization may be segregated into 6 phases. Justification, justification of the post-digitalization project is phase one. At the very initiative of the digitalization project, the accrual benefit of the project needs to be identified. Also, need to be compute the most cost aspect of the project. Hold on. That was Marx speaking. Is there anything left there? It seems so. So, if you are going to make a digitalization project, the number one thing you need to know is how much does it cost to me? How much is the resource available? Risk assessment is an important part. Project assessment. Project assessment. Part of project assessment. So there is a grammatical mistake here. So for the resource that may be facing quick destruction may be required an easy digitalization. Yeah, true. Most importantly, the expected value generation through digitalization should be expressed in clear terms. Phase two assessment. In institutions, all records are never digitalized. The data that requires digitalization is to be decided on the basis of context and content only. Yes, it's true. Not all data are digitalized. They are still physical bills which you can see in the company each and every day. Some data may be digitalized in a consolidated format and some in digitalized format. Yeah, so as I told, the files, tables, document, expressed, expected future use, etc., are to be accessed and evaluated for the assessment. The hardware and software requirements of for digitalization is also assessed at this stage. Human resource requirement for executing the digitalization project is also planned. There is associated at this level possibility of natural disaster or cyber attack. Yeah, so When my father was working, his company faced a huge cyber attack and they couldn't do nothing about it for a month. But even then, the company ran. How they had physical data, not just digitalized one, which can't be accessed due to the attack of cybersecurity. That was another mosquito. The hardware and software requirements for digitalization is also assessed at this stage. The human resource required for executing the digitalization project is also planned. The risk assessed at this level, possibility, yeah. The planning, phase 3. Planning successful execution of digitalization project needs meticulous planning. There are several stages of planning. So in the selection of digitalization approach, project documentation, resource management, technical specifications, and risk management. My eyes are like, go sleep, bro. The institutions may decide to complete the digitalization in-house or alternative by an outsourced agency. It may also be done on demand or in batches. Yeah. So in digitalization, anything can be done anytime, and it depends upon the organization. If it needs batch wise, yeah, batch wise digitalization is done. I'm becoming very sleepy as it's now 11, near 11 p.m. It is near midnight. Digitalization activities. Upon the completion of assessment and planning phases, the digitalization activity starts. The Wisconsin Historical Society development a six-phase processing: planning, capture, primary quality control, editing, secondary quality control, storage, and management. Okay, planning, capturing, okay, planning, capturing, primary quality control, and then another editing, secondary quality control, storage, and management. So you have to plan, you have to capture. So I'm forgetting that. You have to plan, you have to capture, you need to do primary, what is it, primary quality data, like quality assurance, primary data quality control. Okay, it's primary quality control, editing, secondary quality control, storage, management. Plan, capture, quality control, primary quality control, which is QC, edit, secondary quality control, store it. Before that, there is something you need to do, which is after that, it is management. Okay, I am going right on track. It's like plan, capture, primary quality control, edit, secondary quality control, storage, and manage. Okay, can understand, no? The planning schedule is prepared at the first stage. Calibration of hardware, software, and scannings, etc., is done. Next, the primary quality check is done on the output to check the reliability, cropping, color correction, assign what, metadata, etc., is done at the editing stage. A final check of quality is done on a random selected samples, and finally user copies and create uploaded to dedicated storage space. After doing file verification, digitalization process may be viewed at okay. Today I read up to 571. So let's calculate how much I have studied. 571 minus 567. I have read 4 pages and it took me 35 minutes. Okay, let me complete this thing. Process is the care of record. So process, hold on. Why am I dimming? Bro, don't be racist. Yeah. Okay, I need to be there in an angle. Process is the care of records. So once the digitalization of records is complete, there are few additional requirements arise which may be linked to administration of process. Hold on. I didn't study the edit part of thing. Process the care of records once digitalization of records is complete. There is a few additional requirements arise which may be linked to administration of records. Permission for accessing of data, intel, intelli, intellectual okay, intellectual, intellectual control over data, classification if necessary. The upkeeping and maintaining of data are quite additional requirements of data management. Evaluation. Once the digitalization project is submitted and implemented, the final phase should be a systematic determination of project merit, worth, and significant using objective criteria. Primary purpose is to enable reflection and assist identify changes that would improve future digitalization process. Transformation of data to decision relevant information. Okay, hold on. Did I skip something? No. From 572 to 660. 660 minus 572. I still have 88 pages left. Let's see, am I completing it tomorrow? So, there's data architecture, data visualization, data presentation, graphical presentation, data clearing and validation, data distribution, data processing, data organization, cleaning, ethical use of data and information, organizing data. Okay, I'm at 8.4 and 572. So yeah, that is it for today. Hope you guys liked it. Good night and see you guys tomorrow early in the morning.